Right, I thought we'd talk this morning about the lockdown, the winter lockdown. Looking back on the one in the spring, it was, well, it was almost enjoyable. It was for me anyway, because I didn't have to worry about money. I'd got my pension coming in, and it kept coming in, surprisingly. Yeah, looking back, I remember there weren't any aeroplanes up in the sky, no cars on the roads, the air was clear. From up on the allotment there, you could see the Isle of Wight. I know you could see the Isle of Wight before then, but I mean, this time it was much clearer and more often and all the rest of it. And up there on the allotment in the spring, there was things to plant. Your things were growing. Lots of people up there who'd been furloughed and couldn't work or whatever. But this winter it's been so dreary, hasn't it? The weather's been so bad, and I think we're just getting fed up with it all. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm trying to keep myself busy. I'm trying to do about 10 minutes of exercises every morning. I'm trying to read, listen to some music, play my mandolin. I've been trying to play the mandolin for years. It's supposed to sound like a sort of balmy evening in Sorrento, you know, a glass of wine on the terrace and mandolins tinkling in the background. Don't think mine sounds like that. More like a sort of wet Wednesday in Wakefield. Sorry, Wakefield. It's quite nice there, actually. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to read some Italian as well. Again, I've been trying to learn Italian for ages, but I've got to the stage now where I forget more than I learn, but it's worth keeping up with. I'm trying not to watch too much television, not eat too much, not drink too much, although I am trying to get my cooking a bit more adventurous with spices and herbs and things rather than just warming things up like I used to do. What else have I done? Yes, I've started knitting. Now, my mother always used to knit. My wife did, actually, till she got that she couldn't concentrate. Because I'm on my own now. She's had to go into a care home. But yeah, she used to knit. She was a really good knitter. And my mother, she knitted. We never bought any socks, I don't think, or pullovers or anything. She knitted. I remember that, you know, if we were messing about a bit, she would say, "Shut up a minute, I'm trying to turn this heel." So she was turning a heel on a sock. There we are. I think in those days, perhaps wool was a lot relatively cheaper than it is now. I think people don't knit now because they can buy something that's been made on a machine somewhere and it's cheaper and it looks all right and it does the job. So people don't do it as much. But anyway, I sent away for a starter kit. And they sent me this box with a couple of balls of wool and 2 sets of knitting needles and a pattern. But I mean, the pattern, it was for a woolly hat and it was just so complicated. So I went on YouTube. And a woman there, a lady there, no, I shouldn't say lady, perhaps I shouldn't say woman. Oh dear. Oh well, this person, she showed me how to cast on and how to do a knitting stitch. So that's where I was till last night. I'd done about 4 inches of knitting stitch. So now I can do a purl stitch. Although I just got onto that last night. Same person, I went on the same website, and there we are. Perhaps it's not a website. Anyway, I went on the same place, and there she was, showed me how to do a purl stitch. That was a bit more difficult. Anyway, I'll keep doing that, see how I can get on. Sooner or later, she's going to have to teach me how to cast off, otherwise I'll never finish it. But isn't YouTube marvellous? There's all sorts of things on there, including this stuff that I'm doing, so perhaps that's not all that clever. Anyway, keep watching, it might get interesting. So, yeah, my sister's knitted. In fact, my mother showed me how to knit, but I wasn't very good at it, and my sisters laughed at me, made fun of me. So I gave up. So anyway, I'm back at it now. So there you are, girls, I'm still trying. Yeah, because this was in the 30s, I suppose, late 30s when this was going on. No television. Didn't have the wireless on too much because the batteries ran out, because we didn't have electricity till after the war. And yeah, and oh yeah, we used to make rugs. We used to do rug making with strips of cloth that had been cut out from some old clothes or sheets or something. Yeah, that was good, I remember that. And of course, when I got older, I used to go up to the pub where we played darts and dominoes, up to the Plough Inn. It would have to be called the Plough Inn, wouldn't it? Yeah, we used to play dominoes. Yes, and one Christmas, my dad and myself entered a domino competition and we won it. We won this goose for Christmas. And I remember the landlord said, come up on Wednesday morning, you can collect it. So off we went. I don't know how we got there. We go? No, I don't think he had a car then. Perhaps he had a motorbike and sidecar. So my dad went up with me and he said, yeah, it's in the garage. Well, he didn't say that. He said something like, it's in garage. So there we were. We went to the garage and over the dawn, there it was. The damn thing was walking about. And he was just having a bit of fun. He was having a joke. He said, don't worry, it's all right. I'll get it ready for you. So he got it ready and we took it home and we cooked it and ate it. And I can't remember what it was like, but there we are. It's probably okay. Right, so we've got the spring to look forward to, and I've got my vaccination to look forward to. Not sure when it's going to be. I was a bit upset actually, because a friend of mine rang me up and she said she'd had her vaccination, and I thought, well, this is not fair. She's 89. She's 2 years younger than me. What is going on? Anyway, I'll just hang on and wait. I'm sure it'll come. In fact, I'm quite looking forward to it. And it'll make me feel a bit safer and everything. Anyway, that'll do for now. Keep safe and remember, spring is on the way.